This is the Black Creative Handbook podcast. It's a bit different. It's a solo episode. I'm trying it. I'm being fearless and I'm going to do it. I don't know if I said this to you before or I've said it in my podcast. I used to have another podcast called A Laugh a Day, talking about comedy, talking to comedians, talking to people about laughter. And I used to do solo episodes and I didn't really get great feedback and I got scared. I'd never done a solo episode again. It wasn't bad feedback. It was just like, oh, I thought I put a lot of effort in and I thought people would like it. And I'm learning, like, especially as a Black creative, there's so many obstacles in life. You just have to, people give you feedback, you just got to take it with a pinch of salt and just try to do better, or you just, grow. So here I am today doing a solo episode. So what are you going to get out of today? Because you know me, I love practicalness, I love value. So the importance of the pivot. Why did I change the name of Creative for You podcast to Black Creative Handbook? There's another number of reasons. I was getting emails, I was getting DMs from people saying, Kassandra, this is great content. This has helped me, this is entertaining, this has helped me in my creative practice, in my business, but other people can't find you. And you need to be very clear, who are you serving? So I'm trying to serve the African American, the African diaspora, people across the world, who identify as Black, who have similar experiences as me, who are creative and have businesses. So that's who I'm going for. And the thing with Black creative businesses is unique. It's unique upon unique. Because have you ever had someone said to you, oh, show your heritage? I don't even see when white English people, white Americans do a piece of art, you gotta do something about, oh, you never talked about, President Lincoln, or show that, or show the Confederate flag, or when it's in the UK, well, you never, you need to show your Britishness or your Celticness. You've got to put some bangish and mash or fish and chips in your work. But anytime a Black person does anything to me, creative, I just had an interview to do a artist in residency at a very prestigious art establishment. And they're like, oh, you need to show heritage in your work. I'm like, I put cornrows and braids on my jewelry. What else do you want? Yeah, but I need more heritage. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I could only produce authentic work if I need to do it. But anyway, that was one of the reasons why I thought it was important in this podcast to talk about pivoting and do it with no shame, no guilt. Because I did think a lot about this. So the reason why I changed it from Create For You, even though I still love the name, but I feel like if I'm going to serve more people, reach more people, I need to change the name, because I feel like the content and the value you get from these interviews and from these solo episodes are like chapters of a handbook to help you to be successful. This is the no-nonsense approach. It's free. And I feel like a lot of these courses, like if you come on my course or membership course and you get this and you get that, look, I've been trying to do like all these businesses for the last 10 years and I want to, give you shortcuts. I want you to save your coin, because $1 saved is $1 earned. Or pound or whatever, or lira or francs. So I don't know, francs are there, euro, whatever currency where you're looking from. Okay? I feel like Black creatives and, creative people, they create beautiful things with very limited resources. And we, some Black creators, we don't always have the social networks, the social capitals to thrive like others. We have to always grind harder, work harder, create harder, change the culture, change how people see things from our creativity, and risk to exploitation and things like that. Anyway, not to get on a rabbit hole, but I really want to, 3 things in this podcast solo episode I want to talk to you about. So one thing is fear. The second thing is about sunk cost, letting go. And the third thing is about amplifying, multiplying. Fear, sunk cost, amplifying and multiplying. Those are the 3 things I really want to talk to you about today, or why is it very important to pivot. So just talking about why did I pivot from the name, I want people to see me. I want people to know, okay, what is Black Creative Handbook about? Okay, it's for Black creators. It's a handbook. It's there to help them and provide value. There, say it on the tin. And it was very fearful because I spent for the last kind of 6 months like building up the Creative for You podcast. It's a Created for You. It's for creatives. It's created for you. I thought people get it, but they don't. You know, if I put it in, people are not searching for that in iTunes or Shopify. But if I put Black creatives, they know it's for them, innit? So I just have to, you know, maybe I should have done more research on the name, that, you know, a lessons learned, you just got to take the hit. But it's about fear and no shame, because I'm thinking I spent all this money trying to edit, doing all this stuff, all these people, I've made mistakes. I'm just like, oh, what have I done wrong? And I'm like, it's all about moving forward as a creative. Just move forward. When you make a mistake, you just got to move forward. Don't stand still, because once you stand still, you are losing. And we don't like losing. We have to keep on winning. So when you're in these situations where you might have like had a logo or you did a piece of work and it's just not in alignment, you gotta let it go. That's one of my light bulb moments. I am sick of tired of trying to be in alignment in other people's spaces. No more. If it doesn't align and if I trust my gut says no, I will go. No. So what I'm trying to say to you as value is to like, yes, it's fearful to change. It's fearful to pivot. And what we mean by pivot is like move to another thing, another purpose, reinvention, changing something which you've done before to make it better or to seek new opportunities. That's what I'm doing. I feel like changing the name from Creative for You podcast to Black Creative Handbook will open up more doors, help more Black creatives, and serve and give value and help, you know, the ecosystem, more money in your pockets or more creativity you're going to produce. The second thing I want to talk about is sunk costs. So I think I touched on it before. So it's very hard for me when I create collections or create pieces of work, and I think it's amazing. It's a bomb, yeah. But at the same time, it doesn't fit. Sometimes there's a saying, especially when I used to, you know, when I write poetry, it's like, kill your darlings. You have to kill your darlings. It's hard, man. Let it go, let it go. I don't know what the song, you know, like from Elsa from Frozen. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. I'm telling you, let it go. Because when you're trying to save something and resuscitate something, it's not gonna go well. It is not gonna go well, and you're just there. So for me, imagine me as a jeweler and I work in precious metals and I make something in precious silver or gold and the piece is not working. Sometimes I have to be like, I've got to just melt it, I've got to recycle. Sustainability, I've got to recycle that stuff and start again. Because by the time you're trying to resuscitate that piece of work and you're trying to make it work, you're trying to fit, what's that saying? You're trying to put, you know, you're trying to put this like puzzle piece and it doesn't work in that puzzle. You know, you're trying to fit, is it square pegs in circular holes or something like that? It's just too much effort. You got to learn when to move on and like, look, that sunk costs. And I know some people's relationship with money is a bit different. My relationship with money is changing because I used to live or think in scarcity because of how I lived, coming from benefits. So in the UK, welfare, whatever you want to call it, mom, single parent on benefits. My mom looked after on care benefits because my brother was disabled and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't an easy life and growing up with no money and, you know, it just wasn't easy. So I'm always like, everything I wanted, it was like, there's no money, Kassandra, there's no money. So hopes and dreams I had, it's like, oh, money, I need money, rich people, and it's over there. But as I get older, I'm doing a lot of work, a lot of CBT work and all that. It's like life is about abundance. It's about abundance. So yes, you might spend money on a sunk cost. Like you might like, okay, I've spent X amount, £100 on this or $100 on this. You just got to be like, oh, okay, lessons learned, don't do that again. And I listened to this podcast. I think it's called Earn Your Happy. I can't remember what the lady's called. She has a fitness brand, I think. And there's a guest on her show. Can't remember. I might put it in the show notes. And she was just saying, like, the way how you get faster is to write a check to get faster. Like paying for a mentor, paying for something, paying for someone to do the work, you get faster. So even though I spent a lot of money with the branding and put in effort of the podcast, Create For You podcast, and I had to rebrand everything and change things for Black Creative Handbook, it just had to happen. I feel more confident now. I feel like more people are going to see it, book more guests on, and people get it. It says it on the tin. So, sunken costs, you just got to embrace it. It hurts. It's like having an injection. It's like, oh, you just got to move on. So the third thing is amplifying and multiplying. So, you know what I like to do? One of my things, my golden friends, is amplifying Black voices. So it's about where you want to be seen, where you want to be positioned, where you want to be heard, and pivoting, looking like where you want to go with your vision, with your product, with your business, with your artistry. It's very important. And I want to multiply. So multiply, I want people to see. I want many people to see it. I want to leverage it. I want, and I want coins. I think sometimes in the art world, when people say commercial, it's like a dirty word. But most of them, a lot of successful artists, they get their money if they're not dead. I don't want to be dead and get money. I want money now. I've done the starving artist. I've done it. I'm starving. But my God, still have a bit of flab on it. But that's not the point. The point is, it's like, I still want to keep my artistic integrity, but I need to be commercially minded as well, because I don't have mom and papa to like, hey, I want to be in the basement and I have to go out, like I have no one to be like, can you patron me, to live my life a certain lifestyle, or have institutions backing me up, or, I don't have that. I love to create art and create things to create. But at the same time, I need some of that money. You got to make money to spend money to help me to fund my dreams and my passions. And I don't know if I said this before in the podcast, I used to work for charities, and I always believe like there's always a social element of what I want to do. Corporate responsibility is very important to me. Activism is very important to me. So when I make X amount of money, or if I can donate something, or if I want to give something, I want to give back, I need money to do that. So I know a lot of people give corporations, big companies, a lot of grief, like, oh, doing this, don't pay the tax, don't do that. Fair enough. But at the same time, a lot of these big companies give because they can. Maybe not enough, but they can. So I want to be big, so I can give and I can make impact in the world where I want to make impact. That's my personal goal. Some people just want money for money and want to buy a lot of material stuff. That's fine. Live your life, or they want to help their families out. That's fine. Everyone has the purpose, so you know your why. But we cannot do all of that unless we amplify and multiply. Great. So I've talked about those three things, about why it's important to pivot and to reflect and strategize. There's a difference of working in your business and on your business. I'm a doer, so I'm used to like, I'm just doing this, I'm doing that. Yeah, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I'm like, okay, but what's happening in 3 months' time? What my actions now in 3 months' time is going to manifest. So I need to think about that. Okay, it's coming up to the Christmas season. So what I'm doing now is going to impact my coins in December. So I need to like strategize and think now and get my ducks in a row, if you will. So I hope that is helpful. We're having a growth mindset, thinking about, you might have a bit of setbacks when you pivot, but when it feels right. You don't need to pay 10 million gurus and mentees and people. Believe in yourself, you know what is right. Think about the why of why you're doing things, why you want to pivot, why you want to seek new opportunities, and flesh that out. I'm really into, and I wasn't into this, but rapid prototyping. So just try and do the small pilots until you get better. So I'm trying this thing. I'm trying my solo episodes. I'm trying the rebranding from the Creative For You podcast to the Black Creative Handbook. I'm trying to give value. I'm going to give you free toolkit, the Black Creative Handbook toolkit of important information and resources to help you to the next level of your creative artistry, the next level and commercial, artistry, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna coin it commercial artistry. Artistry, commercial. I don't know. Let me know what I want to be. I want you to create and be paid. Create and survive. Create and be alive. Because we know when we create, we are just alive. I know when I create awesome stuff, I just feel so alive. Energy is in me. You know the answers to your own solutions. It's just trust in it. So on that note, follow me. Follow the BCH Nation for the Black Creative Handbook podcast. Links. Embrace my links. Subscribe. If you listen to the podcast, please leave a review. I know you listen. I know there's the same energy. You email the same energy. I want the reviews to help me out. And yeah, please, support Black businesses when you can. Look, this is my, if you're not watching, but I'll put it in the show notes if you're listening to this in audio style, a link to one of my award-winning pendants, which is unisex or gender neutral, whatever you want to call it. They come in different sizes. It's about a light bulb moment, about for you to have action in your life, to change your shift of thinking, and how you're going to be a better human being, and how you're going to better others, and how you're going to better yourself. Right? Speak soon, Black Creative Handbook Nation, BCH Nation. Keep creating, keep living, keep surviving. Speak soon.